Alright, cool, we're good.
Yeah.
We are recording.
Yeah.
You ready, bro?
I'm ready. I'm ready for our Sunday conversation.
Alright, here we go. Welcome. I'm a little nervous, man.
Alright,
Get
man.
in front of the camera. There we go. Welcome, everyone. I'm here with the NFC representative of the Super Bowl, head coach Maurice Snell, who led the Bucs to a 14-2 record and a 15-game winning streak, including the playoffs, since he took over in Week 4.
It's not bad.
First off, Maurice, how does it feel to be the NFC champions in your first year as head coach?
It feels great. It feels like I planned it. I didn't come in for us to finish in second or us to finish in third. I came for us, to win our division.
I like that.
That was our first step, which we did.
Yeah, I did too. That didn't work out.
Yeah, it happens. And then our next goal was to win the NFC, and then the next stop is to win the Super Bowl, and that's what we look to do.
Did you ever think you were going to be on a 15-game winning streak?
I knew I would. I thought I would win. I didn't think I would win 15 straight. That's a lot of games.
It is.
But I have to thank my team. They practice. They come out. They play well. We've been fortunate. We haven't been injury burdened this season. So we've gotten lucky. We've gotten lucky this year.
Well, yeah, considering you were the first in points scored in the league with 594, and you were second in points given up with 263. I think the Ravens were number one.
Okay.
But whenever you're first and second in something, that means you're doing something pretty good.
Yeah.
And when you're a head coach in Madden, you control the quarterback. So whenever you have a quarterback rating of a 124.4, that means you're making great decisions with the ball. Am I right?
This is true. Luckily, I run a pretty simple offense. I try to keep it balanced. I try to mix in the run and the pass. We pass a bit more, just because of the players I have at my skill positions.
Vincent Jackson, Dallas Clark.
Yeah, those type of guys. Mike Williams contributes. Aurelius Ben.
Yep.
So those are more. Those are more of our playmakers. Of course, Josh Freeman. You want him to have the ball more, to do things down the field.
He could take off too, right?
He won't be like Michael Vick, but he can take off. Yeah. He can definitely take off. So that's why we pass a little bit more. But we've been successful. We've been able to get the ball in the end zone.
Well, yeah. I mean, Freeman had 4,490 yards, which is a lot.
That's a lot.
With 49 touchdowns and 21 interceptions, which is pretty crazy.
That's pretty good. To me, the interceptions are a little high, but we took some shots late in games sometimes or before half. So he give or take 4 or 5 picks.
That's true.
I'll say.
Yeah. Well, you want to put that in perspective a little bit. Michael Vick threw 10 touchdowns this year, with 22 interceptions.
Yeah.
Ass. But yeah, I mean, you're 4th in total pass yards, 13th in rush yards, which is middle of the pack, but it's still good. You average 33 points a game, which is second in Madden, which is unbelievable feat. You're putting up that many points a game, you're gonna win. You're gonna win games.
Yeah.
3rd in passing TDs, 3rd in rushing TDs, 40% on third down. What can't you do?
That's what I like to say. What can I do? We're pretty, like I said, I try to keep it pretty balanced. You can see with the rushing TDs, I don't just keep throwing it in. I let the running backs get their touches. It took a while for us. LeGarrette Blount, he had some fumble woes to start out with, so it took me a second to really start trusting him with the ball. But they've been great. Blount and Doug Martin have gotten it done on the ground. Blunt's usually good to punch the ball in for a touchdown. Yeah. And we've been able to pass the ball for some good TDs. So it's been fun.
Sounds good. Blunt and Martin combined for 1,205 yards and 20 touchdowns. That's pretty good.
That is a good year.
That's pretty good.
That's a good year. Yeah, like I said, we tried to keep it balanced this year. We were able to. We were able to keep people, on their toes, and we've been able to win. What more can I say?
Now let's switch it over to the defensive side.
Okay.
Michael Bennett.
Yes.
Almost broke an NFL record with 22 sacks. What's the record? 22 and a half?
22 and a half is the record.
Yeah.
22 and a half is the record.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and he is. I believe in the last game of the season we had a near miss on a sack on Matt Ryan.
Oh man,
a very near miss, and he was able to get the ball out. But that would have been 23 for him. But 22, that's
that's great.
That's a testament to him. I don't use the defensive end much. With him, I may have gotten maybe 2 or 3 sacks, so the rest has just been, his will to work. I'll say.
Now you also re-signed Aqib Talib.
Yeah, we had a small contract issue with Aqib, but we were able to get it resolved. The initial re-signed contract that he was given, one of the decimals was put in the wrong place, which which signed him to a $73 million 3-year deal, which led to him being cut and then re-signed again. So we were able to get that figured out.
Well, you pay anybody $73 million, they better put up.
Exactly.
But he did have 11 interceptions, which was, I'm pretty sure, was most in the league by an individual player.
Yeah, he had 11. I think Adam Pac-Man Jones, he may have had 10. I think he was in second.
Oh, there you go.
So it was a good year. Then once again, that's a testament to the defensive line getting pressure on the quarterback, forcing some bad throws, and our defense being able to capitalize.
Let's talk about your opponent a little bit. Wild card opponent, finished 10-6. Peyton Manning coming back from neck surgery, which is pretty amazing.
Yes, it's been amazing.
He threw for 33 touchdowns and 36 interceptions. That's a lot of interceptions.
That's a lot of interceptions. We've happened to play him, so he played us tough. A lot of the interceptions, they came from him. I would say more or less taking shots, probably just trying to take shots deep down the field, late in games. And I think really he kind of got hot. I think after we beat them, I think that's when he got hot. I'm not even sure if he's maybe even lost the game since that. So
I guess he got mad.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what happened, but I'm pretty sure he got hot there. And I watched the one playoff game, and he was pretty good with the ball. I think he did throw one pick that he tried to force in there, but against us, he was able to have some success passing the ball.
And that game you watched him, that was against the Ravens.
That was against the Ravens.
That was the 40-13 win against the Ravens.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people, there's a lot of speculation to if he may have cheated or not watching the stream. What are your thoughts on that?
It's a bit Bill Belichick like, a little Spygate but
I'll say this: he did win 2 playoff games after that,
and that's the whole thing. He even
not to say he was, but
yes, even if he did, he won that first game. You can't deny his next 2 games, which were not streamed, which he was able to pull out the victories.
Very true.
And like I said, once again, I played against him, so I know he's a good opponent. So it's it is what it is, I'll say.
I'm going to throw a stat out there for you.
Okay.
If I say 461 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, what do you say to me? So you say that's good?
I would think that's pretty good.
Do you know who did that?
I have no clue.
Josh Freeman did that too. Your 2 playoff wins against the Detroit Lions and the San Francisco 49ers.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Peyton Manning through 3 games, through 682, 4 TDs and 5 interceptions.
Okay.
So looking at all these stats, to me, I'm not one for predictions, but I think I'm going to choose this man to take it all, just because he knows how to take care of the ball.
That would be a smart choice. But like they say, John, the games they don't played on paper.
It's true.
You have to go out there and you have to play. So nothing's guaranteed, and that's how I'm preparing my team.
So let me ask you this: do you like predictions?
I love predictions.
You love predictions.
I love predictions.
I want you to give me the key play of the game, the key player of the game, and what else could I give you? And the key play.
The key play.
And the play of the game.
Play of the game. I'm thinking the key play or the play of the game is on either side of the ball is going to be something defensively, whether it's a interception or a fumble. And I think that
it's all right. You can go into detail. You can say 73 yards, lateral.
No. I don't think it'll be anything like a lateral, but I think it'll be an interception or a fumble, and it'll set up someone scoring rather quickly, and I think that'll be a pivotal moment.
You kind of foresee yourself maybe being in that position.
I hope that it's me. I hope that it's me. That's all I can say.
Very good. Let's talk about some of your favorite players ever watching the game growing up as a kid. Who do you like growing up? Do you like Jerry Rice? Like, you know, who a couple players you liked growing up? Favorite
players? I think all of my favorite players are not traditional favorite players of people. You know, my favorite running back is like Warwick Dunn, partially because I'm a Bucs fan.
Oh, hey, there
but he was a good back. He's not a Hall of Fame running back.
He led the league a few years, right?
Yeah, he may have had a rushing title once or twice over his career.
He was a good back.
He was a good running back. Of course, you got like players like Dion.
Prime time.
Exactly. You gotta like that. What he did with the corner position, how flashy it is, and his ability just to cut off one side. Just cut off one side of the field. Just cut the field in half is amazing.
And I'm the Osmo. I can't do that.
Yeah. He had his troubles. He had his troubles in Philly. Warren Sapp, of course. That's a given.
I love watching on the NFL Network too, man. He's great.
He's a terrible announcer. He's terrible.
Well, I love him, but
he's also bankrupt. But he's one of my guys. He's one of my guys.
Cool, man. What do you love about the game, and what do you hate about the game of football?
Of football or Madden?
Either one.
Yeah, Pop.
Let's do Madden. What do you love about the game? What do you hate about the game?
Well, this is definitely
especially this year.
This year is definitely the best Madden in a long time.
Yeah, because I know you play a lot of NCAA. How does this compare to that previous years?
I would say the previous 3 or 4 years, NCAA has been better. But this year, I think Madden has definitely won. I've always thought that the Madden's gameplay has always been better, but I never felt that anything else. I feel like the extra points with the players, progressing players individually and the coaching. I really think that brought, and salary cap has always been an issue with the franchise mode. So I think that brought Madden far along the lines of NCAA with the recruiting and everything of that nature. So I think it really stepped it up in that aspect.
Yeah, I wonder what took them so long to do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if these guys aren't in the same building or what's the problem. But I feel like Madden finally got that. The season mode needs to be in depth. It needs to have some depth to it. You just can't pick a team and
play your games.
There's no salary cap. You can trade with people. People don't get old. Like it just keeps going on and on forever. It's just like, all right.
So what do you hate about the game? Is there any one thing you hate about the game?
Some of the passes are a little out of this world. The tight ends, a good tight end can sometimes be unstoppable. But for the most part, it's a pretty good game. For the most part, it's a very good game. The deep ball is a little, sometimes a tight end running a seam shouldn't be just blow by the safety. But, it's the world that we live in. They have to try to keep it similar to real life. And when Jimmy Graham does it in real life, I guess you have to. That's the only way to replicate it in the game is just to make him amazingly fast and and running by people.
I don't know if you saw his stats. I think he might have had. I think it was 29 or 33 touchdowns or something this year.
I believe it was a godly 33 touchdowns.
That's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. Almost like 3,000 yards or something.
Yeah, he had a pretty good season. I think he had 0 touchdowns against me, but you know, that's just me. That's just me saying that.
Hey, well, there you go.
Yeah.
What do you like about the league? Like, do you think it's a competitive league? We got 19 people in it.
Yeah, it's 19 people. You know, for a while, the NFC and the playoffs, we were getting beat out. The AFC would finish their games first, and we couldn't get it done. But we finally caught up. We got the NFC Championship. But it's been very competitive. You know, playing the games hasn't been. I've played NCAA leagues for years.
Yeah.
And I know how hard it can be to get games scheduled. But for the most part, you know, we've been advancing, I think, 4 days, which is I think that's a good pace for working adults anyway.
I think the Facebook thing really helped out
too. The Facebook thing is genius.
Shout out to Wes there.
Yeah,
that's great.
Wes, that was a great job. The Facebook thing is genius. You know, besides, you know, Taz talking shit every week, which is always entertaining.
Yeah.
Even up to his loss, he was talking, so that's always entertaining. But it just makes it easier to schedule and to know that things are advanced, and obviously everyone has Facebook, so it just makes life simple.
So who's your best playmaker this year? According to the stats, it was Vincent Jackson. He had 17 touchdowns, about 1,300 yards.
He's my go-to guy. The best playmaker is I would think is Dallas Clark. Dallas has been clutch for us in the playoffs. I know he's definitely led our team in receptions and probably touchdowns in the past 5 weeks. So he's been clutch. He's made some big catches for us. Took some big hits.
He's a key player to have too. He's a Super Bowl winner. I think he won one for Zach a few years ago when he won it. So
yeah, that's it. Yeah, he's been big though. He's in the 49ers game, he got hurt 2 times and didn't come out the game either time. It was the first time I've ever seen that in any video game. So I didn't know. I thought he was on drugs or something, but he managed to just stay in the game, and he kept playing, made some big catches for us.
So how excited are you to be in your first year in the Super Bowl, going up against Peyton Manning? Are you nervous? Are you excited?
Well, you always have to be nervous going against Peyton Manning. He's, you know,
he's one of the best.
He can tear you to pieces. He's it's not much you can do to rattle him. He's been here before. He can make all the throws. So you always have to be ready for a guy like that to come at you.
Well, judging by the stats that Josh Freeman put up, it looks like you're going to give him one hell of a fight. But it's been a good chat.
Yes.
I wish you the best of luck in the Super Bowl, and you too, Shay, and the Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
And we're going to have the Tampa Bay Bucks and the Denver Broncos in the Madden Super Bowl. Thanks, guys, for watching.
Thank you.
Get ready for the game.
Thanks for having me. Happy New Year. Happy Kwanzaa, or whatever else you celebrate. Happy holidays.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
There you go, man.
Yeah, man.
Dang.
That's it. It's over.